Alexa, play Southern Cannibal on YouTube. Alexa, play Southern Cannibal on YouTube. Alexa, turn it up.
Or watching more. If Rye can help you build a brighter future, if Rye works for you. Hi guys, my name is Rory. The story came to us a little over a year ago. My best friend Sarah and suggested that we take the next turn into one of the estates so we could pass in front of us. We quickly went through the gate and into the estate, when the someone heard footsteps right behind us. We looked back and saw that he was now charging at us. We all took off running, swimming down the road, too scared to look back again. We turned into a side street and got behind a van parked at the end of the road. My heart was pounding and my legs were shaking. A million thoughts raced through my head at once. Where did he go? What do we do now? How are we going to get home? It felt like one of those scenes from a movie where someone knocks on a random door asking for help. But we were frozen, totally unsure of what to do. Sarah suggested that we call an Uber since we didn't want to walk back up the road. The man was still standing near the gate. Sarah called the Uber and explained what was happening to the driver. He stayed on the phone with us until we arrived and made sure we were okay. During the ride home, the three of us just sat in silence, completely shocked, not knowing what to say to each other. To this day, I still don't understand why he turned around and started following us. Was he looking for someone in the park to do this to?
Oh my God!
Why run after us and then just disappear? One thing's for sure. I've never gone back into that park after dark. And I don't plan to anytime soon. I live in Dublin, Ireland, in one of many assisted living accommodations. There's a reception area with staff during the day and security guards at night.
always happens. Anytime I touch water to do the dishes, I need to go to the bathroom.
Friday, and I knew the sharp cross would help me if I had to defend myself, though I hoped I wouldn't have to use it. I started getting out of breath. I had bad asthma, and I didn't have my inhaler with me at the time, so I kept running. I'd rather get home and relax and slow down and risk getting caught. The man was getting closer and closer, and I wasn't even halfway down the road to my house yet. Finally, I jumped over an old fence and cut through my neighbor's backyard to reach mine. Luckily, my dad was outside working on our car. He saw me running, and when he noticed how panicked I was, he ran toward me. I was almost in tears. I was terrified. As soon as my dad had started running toward me, the man chasing me stopped and then ran off in the opposite direction. My dad didn't chase after him. He just focused on me. Strangely, we had never reported that incident to the police, and I never saw that man again. Hello everyone, Major Lurker here, but I've decided to tell my story on Reddit for those who don't know me. I've scrolled Reddit for years now, but I've never actually set up an account, so here I am. I was 11 the first time I saw it. I had just gotten out of school and I remember being hot and tired, but still excited because I had shore money in my backpack. I brought some change, I put it in my bag next to a mechanical pencil I found in the field. That high quality shit. That was enough for a happy meal. Nuggets, fries, a little toy that I pretend I didn't care about, and a fry. Heaven. The McDonald's is only a few blocks from the school and up the hill from my apartment. My mom wasn't crazy about me walking around alone, but she also worked 2 jobs and couldn't keep me out most days. If I got home before 5 and didn't talk to strangers, she couldn't ask too many questions. I put my phone on 50% brightness to save battery, pretending like I was grown, and slid my earbuds in like I had somewhere important to be. Probably why I didn't think it was weird when he sat near me. He didn't work there. I knew that much. He was way too old to be hanging around during school hours, and he didn't have a uniform. But the first time, I assumed he was waiting for someone. He had on this navy hoodie, sleeves pushed up, and a raggedy backpack next to him like he had also just got out of school. He looked maybe 17, 18 at the oldest, with a face like he had just started growing younger. Tall white boy, deep voice. He looked like one of those SoundCloud emo rapper dudes. "You drawing?" he asked, nodding at my sketchbook. I shrugged, trying to act along. "Kinda," I said. "Not for real for you. You got talent, man," he said, and I felt my chest puff on just a little. Never ever said something like that to me, especially not older boys. At school, most of the guys my age were busy with whatever the popular trends were back then. But this one, he looked me in the eye when he talked. Made me feel seen. The next time he was
Get a brush, I can brush your hair.
Same booth.
Oh, the toy.
Yep, go get a brush.
When I walked in. "You again," he said. "You following me or something?" I laughed a little too loud. He always knew what to say to make me feel grown. He'd ask about school, about my drawings, about music. Then he'd started asking other stuff, like what my background was, what kind of guys I liked. Said that I didn't talk like the other black girls he knew, whatever that meant. I didn't even know how to respond to that one. But still, I came back, week after week. Sometimes twice a week if I had extra change. And he was always there, like it was planned.
So you're gonna take the towel again and just dry the ends because they're getting wet. All the water's dripping down.
Like clockwork, sometimes early afternoons, sometimes after school. And we talk about everything but what I was really thinking about. I liked how he made me feel special, like I was this rare thing, not just a kid with a happy meal in a sketchbook, but someone worth paying attention to. When
Step
he
back
asked for
and
my
go do
number,
that.
I thought, this is it. I'm officially gone. I still remember the moment I handed him my phone, watching him punch in the digits. It felt thrilling, like I was stepping into a world I wasn't supposed to know about yet. My fingers brushed the screen, hesitant for a second. Then I pressed send on the first text I ever wrote to him. Hey, it's me. His reply came almost immediately. You cute. You're always gonna be my favorite artist. That first text stayed with me for a few days. I showed it to my best friend like it was some badge of honor. He thinks I'm cool, I told her, my voice a little higher than usual. He really listens to me. She shrugged, told me to be careful, but I didn't want to hear it. Middle school kids always try to act like they're grown anyway. Everybody's pretending. I was just pretending better. Sometimes he'd ask me stuff that felt off, but he always said it like it was a joke. So I played along. Like out of nowhere, he'd be like, do you say the N-word? Be real. Or what would you do if someone called you that at school? And then one day he asked, so can I get the N-word pass? You're cool like that, right? I remember laughing, but not because it was funny. More like I didn't know what else to do. Then he hit me with, I'll trade you $5 and a Sprite if you'll be my personal slave for the day. And when I froze a little, he was like, chill, I'm just joking. Damn, you're sensitive. He'd sometimes try to talk hood around me, saying stuff like, on gang, or, yo, you trying to wild out? In this fake deep voice that didn't even sound like him. At the time, I didn't even know what the hell was going on. But looking back now, he was testing me. The text started off innocently. What are you drawing now? Did you finish your homework? You watching that new Stranger Things? He even sent me links to playlists that he said reminded him of me. But over time, things got a little different, a little heavier. He'd ask stuff that made me pause, questions about my body, if I had started changing yet, who I liked, if anyone had kissed me. I felt weird, but also proud to answer, like I was a grown woman sharing secrets with a friend. Sometimes I'd get texts when I was supposed to be asleep. I bet you were real good in your PJs. You staying up late, just thinking about me. I told myself it was
turn it up. Just glasses. Excuse me. Charge this. That's stomach. pile in the green bags, gift bags. I'm gonna have to take them back into my room. That's waiting for an electrician to come in and hook it up. I need to go drop those off. That belongs here, and then that's actually for sale, so I'm gonna move it to my son's room because it is his until somebody gives us an offer. But this is my daily, just kind of picking up any things, and then that stuff that came in the mail today from Amazon, some stuff that needs to go to my mom's that she left in my car, and other stuff that needs to be put away in its right places. So I'm gonna take care of that. This is work stuff that I'm working on, so that's going to stay there a little bit longer. I am now going, this is mostly work stuff, so when I sit down to work, I'm going to work, clear it all up. That s'mores maker, my daughter wanted to make some s'mores tonight, so I'm going to leave that out for tonight. And those flowers have definitely seen better days. I've had those for a week and a half, but so I think it may be time to say goodbye to them. So that's the kitchen. Left the cleaning supply out. I gotta put it away. Not perfect, but I'm gonna consider it perfect for today.